Guys, thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how to create this Kylie Jenner makeup look. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep on watching, and please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hi guys, so today I'm starting with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, which is the pore minimising one, and I'm just applying this all over my face with my fingertips, and especially focusing on the T-zone area, just because that's where I get most oily throughout the day. I do find that this foundation will keep my face looking matte for most of the day, but if I do have the makeup on for a good, I don't know, about 8-9 hours, then it does start to look a bit shiny, so just be aware of that with this primer. Next up, I'm applying my EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation in the shade F300, and this is a really fantastic foundation for Asian and olive skin. I'm just applying this with my fingers all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it in with my beauty blender. So I definitely prefer to use a beauty blender over any makeup brush to apply my foundation, just because it gives me a flawless finish and you don't get any lines or anything like that on your face. So obviously my beauty blender is damp, and that just helps it look more natural as well, so it doesn't look very cakey. I find when I use a makeup brush instead of the beauty blender, my foundation tends to look a bit more cakey than it would if I was to use my beauty blender. So I'm just blending this all in, all over my face, and if you guys want to see a review on this foundation as well, I have got a video on this foundation, so I'll leave a link to it below so you guys can check that out as well. Next up, I'm using the EX1 Invisiwear Compact Powder, and I'm applying this with the Real Techniques buffing brush. And I just use this powder to set my foundation in place and just give myself an even more flawless look. So I'm just putting this everywhere, and just to make sure there's no lines as well on my face. Not that the beauty blender leaves any lines, but I just like to put this powder on afterwards, and it also gives me a bit more of a matte finish, and I always like a matte finish. So once I've applied that, I go ahead and apply the Maybelline, the Eraser Eye Perfect and Cover Concealer, and I'm applying this under my eye area and on my nose and cupid's bow, chin and forehead. So basically the areas that I want to highlight, and under my eyes obviously I want to conceal. And the look that we're going for, we do need to apply highlighter in these areas. And then once I've applied this with the applicator on the concealer, I'm going to blend this with my beauty blender, and this just gives it an even look and flawless finish. Once that's all blended out, I'm then going to contour my face, and we're not going to do too much of a heavy contour because Kylie doesn't have too much of a heavy contour in this look, but to do this I'm using my Sleek Face Form Contour and Blush palette in the shade Medium, and to apply this contour I'm using the Morphe MB30 brush. This is a fantastic brush to use to contour. It's just so easy to apply because of the shape of the brush. So I'm applying this to my cheekbone area, and I'm not blending it out yet, but just sort of slightly blending it in when applying. And then I am going to apply this to my jawline area, just to give it more of a defined look, and my forehead and nose as well. The reason I'm applying it to only the bottom of my nose is because Kylie's nose is not as long as mine, so we just want it to look a little bit shorter than my nose. So if you just apply it to the end of your nose, if you do have a bit of a longer nose like me, then it should give you a little bit more of the Kylie Jenner look. So once I've applied all the contour in the areas that I wish to apply, I then use my Morphe M555 brush, and I use this to blend all the areas that I've just contoured, just to make sure there's no harsh lines anywhere, and because you don't, that's not a good look. So you just want to make sure that it's all blended out everywhere. Once I've blended this out, I'm going to apply a slight blush to my cheeks. Kylie doesn't wear a heavy blusher. She only wears a small amount. So I'm using the Kiko Soft Touch blush in the shade 103. And to do this, I'm using the Elite Models brush in number 48, I believe. And then I am going to apply the highlighter shade from the same Sleek palette with the contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm applying this to my nose, Cupid's bow, and my cheekbones, to the top of my cheekbones and my brow bone. This is where we want the most highlighted areas. Then I'm going to apply bronzer to the areas where I applied the contour. Not too much, just make sure you just put a little bit onto the brush and then apply this to the contoured areas, and I'm using the same contour brush as I used for the highlighter. And then once I've applied the bronzer, I am going to blend this out with the same Morphe brush that I used to blend the contour, just to make sure that there's not too much bronzer applied and there's no harsh lines as well. Once we've done this, we move on to the eyes, and for the base I am using the Colour Tattoo 24 Hour in the rose gold shade, and this is the perfect colour for the Kylie Jenner look for today. So you apply this all over the eyelid with the Kiko. I'm using the Kiko Eyes 202 brush, and once this is applied all over the eyelid, I'm going to use the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. And for the crease, I am using the Peanut Butter shade, and the brush that I'm using is the Coastal Scents BRCS08 brush. This is the perfect brush for the crease, I find, for me, and this is the perfect colour for the look that we're going for, because it's quite a neutral look. So you just apply that to the crease, make sure that you're blending it out while you apply. The key to any eyeshadow look is blending. Then for the outer V of the eye, we're going to apply the colour Truffled from the same palette and with the same brush. You don't want to apply too much because it's quite a dark colour, so just be careful with that because it's a neutral look we want, so not too dark. Once you've applied this to the outer V, I took the Real Techniques base shadow brush, but I'm using this to blend. So just make sure everything that you've just done is blended out, no harsh lines, and just to sort of, transition all the colours together. So just blend, blend, blend. And then once you've finished the blending, I used the Morphe G26 brush to apply the pink sugar colour from the Too Faced palette. So I just patted this on top of where the Colour Tattoo pink gold shade is still showing. So make sure you don't go over the outer V of the eye, so just stay on the eyelid area for this colour. I then used the same brush and applied the colour Coconut Cream in the Too Faced palette to my brow bone, just to highlight that area. I also applied the same colour to the inner corner of my eyes, just to highlight that area as well. It just gives it a nice look. Now what I'm doing here is I'm using that same Maybelline concealer just to neaten up the under eye area, and then blending that out with the Beauty Blender. This will just get rid of any fallout you got from the eyeshadow when applying, and it also neatens up the outer V of your eye. It just gives it a nice sharp finish, so it doesn't look messy. Now what I'm doing is I am using the Real Technique accent brush, and I'm using the same colour tattoo pink gold shade and just putting that onto my lower lash line. Once I applied this to my lower lash line, I then went back to the Too Faced palette and used the same brush to apply the pink sugar colour along the same area. So just pat it on top of the colour tattoo along the lower lash line. Now what I'm doing is I'm using my Lancome black eyeliner pencil and just applying that along the upper waterline. This is because in this look Kylie Jenner's lashes do look really thick, so this will just make your lashes appear thicker. So you don't need to apply a lot, just a little bit along the waterline at the top. And then I use a white eyeliner pencil just to go along the bottom waterline to make your eyes appear bigger. To do this, I use the Rimmel London eyeliner pencil in the shade Pure White. Once you've applied the liner, we then need to apply the eyelashes. So I used the Red Cherry lashes in number 43, I think it is, and these are just a great they just give you the perfect look for this Kylie Jenner look that we're going for, basically. So I applied that with a duo lash glue, and then once you apply the lashes, I then applied some mascara just to blend in my natural lash, my own lashes with the fake lashes, basically. And to do that, I'm using my Roller Lash mascara by Benefit. So just applied it to my lashes, lower lashes, and my upper lashes. And once you apply the mascara, that is basically the eyes finished. So we don't apply any liquid eyeliner in this look because Kylie's not actually wearing any liquid eyeliner. So we're moving straight onto the brows now, and for the brows I'm using my Sleek eyebrow palette in the shade Dark. It's the brow kit that you get actually, and we don't want to make the eyebrows too filled out because they're not actually that filled out in this look, so I'm just applying most of the product to the ends of my brows and not too much to the front. To apply this brow powder, I'm using the Real Techniques angled brush, which is in like the eye collection, so the purple brushes, the name's actually bugged off, but it's just the angled brush in that collection. This is just a really easy brush to use to apply the powder to your eyebrows. If you guys do want to see a tutorial on me doing this, then let me know in the comments below. Next up, I am first applying concealer, so the same Maybelline concealer, to my lips because obviously my lips are a bit darker. I wanted my lips to really pick up the pink shade lipstick that I'm going to use because Kylie has got quite light pink shade on her lips, which is different to what she normally has. She usually would have a brownish type of shade. But so for the liner, the lip liner, I'm actually using, I think it's a lip liner by Rimmel in the shade Tiramisu. And I'm just sort of lining slightly outside of my normal lip shape just to make them look a bit fuller, and then filling the edges in just to make them look a bit fuller as well. Next up, I'm applying the lipstick, which is the Elizabeth Arden Beautiful Colour Moisturising Lipstick in the colour Nude 43. And I thought this was really the perfect shade for the look that we're trying to achieve today. So that is basically the makeup look complete. And literally all I did to my hair, just gave it a bit of volume by backcombing and then put my hair down. So that is the Kylie Jenner look complete. I hope you guys all enjoyed my tutorial and thank you so much for watching. And if you're not subscribed already, then please don't forget to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.